Alright, hello, welcome back to the Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video here. Today, we do have new Fighting Legend Frieza missions. Now, they haven't really updated the Goku or Vegeta events in a while, but for this being, released when it did, they've done a decent job of updating it at least a couple of times. They could definitely be better, though. But that being said, I mean, we have 3 new missions here. We did actually know ahead of time that it was going to be related to, like, Kale Khalifa. It just, everyone thought it was going to be, like, a fusing, Kefla. Because these missions, they do, typically, with, like, the burst modes as well, reveal, which characters on all 3 of these categories. And it's literally only Khalifa. Now, I do already have my teams pre-made here. We can get 2 of these missions, Rapid Growth and Super Bosses, done in one attempt, but we are going to have to jump back in for Mastered Evolution. Not that it looks like it's going to be difficult at all. So I figured we could get both these in here. This event is not hard at all. It should have been... I get what they were going for, but, like, at the same time, they shouldn't have. Like, I know it's meant for newer players, but newer players have old content, as well as, like, I'm fine if they're, like, with 10th anniversary, if there's content meant for newer players. When we have, like, 5 other major events releasing, that's fine. But when this is the only major event, I feel like it could have been more challenging, but maybe that's just me. Without further ado, let's just get this done, though. This is going to be very easy, I have to imagine. I mean, once we get both the hits transformed, probably going to be like soloing phases.
If I were to come up with a stance that would bring out my full potential, it'd be this.
Now, I actually haven't yet put any equips or done any link leveling for this guy. I'm probably going to tonight. I mean, the time I'm recording this, it is the dawn of the Dokkan Day. We have just a few hours. Not, well, I mean, it's longer than a few hours. It's like a third of a day, essentially, until the banner releases. So pretty excited for that. I'm definitely going to be doing some summons, especially because in about 3 hours from when I'm recording this, we are getting the sort of Dokkan Day special sort of tickets, which we can get up to 3 free multis on the new banner, which will be pretty hype, especially because it's double rates. Although that being said, I mean, I doubt it's going to have anything guaranteed, so still could get some interesting stuff there. We'll have to see. But yeah, let's just get going here. Alright, I did actually have to cut very briefly there. Let's just get the turn going, though. I am really excited, though, actually, for Kale and Khalifa to release. I'm not exactly, like, a big fan of, like, Kale and Khalifa, and I am heavily disappointed that it's not Kefla. I mean, the fact that this moment they think deserves another LR before, like, Kid Buu gets one. Like, I know it's a tag moment, which is cool. 100%. But, like, it could have been, like, Gogeta and Vegeta. Like, they could have just fused in the Kefla. Kefla needs an LR. She deserved an LR here. They did not need or deserve another LR, at least in my opinion. I don't know. But they do seem pretty fun, I will say. They do seem pretty uniquely designed. So I am actually really looking forward to using them. I think they will be pretty good. I suppose at least that is if I get them. I mean, we'll have to see. The fact that they lead Universe 6, I don't know. I don't know if I'm even... Like, that's the thing. I don't know if I can run, like, a friend one. So, like, I have to get them myself or I just don't get to use them. Which is very unfortunate. Like, why is their leader skill Universe fucking 6? it should have been tournament participants, and then like one extra key to Universe 6, like how Jiren's is formatted, since everyone on Universe 6 is on tournament participants. Everyone on Universe 6 is on tournament participants. It should have just been tournament participants as the main lead, so they actually have a lead. Especially because I'm pretty sure pretty much everyone on their lead is on hits 220. So it makes no fucking sense, right? Like, what's the point? You know, it does. There is none. It doesn't make. I don't know. I don't think they really thought that through too much. But maybe we're gonna see like a Kefla at some point in the year, and maybe we'll get like a Kaba Dokkan Fest. Maybe. That's all I got. Maybe. Hopes and dreams. But I'm not hoping or dreaming too much, because I know how Dokkan operates. I mean, if you've been playing the game long enough, for years and years and years and years, it's like, oh, well, this is good, but we just need one, maybe two more things. Oh, we just need one, maybe two more things. Every other fucking celebration, we'd be saying that shit. I don't believe it. I'm more of a believe it when I see it. That's part of what like makes me so annoyed about super bosses. It's because I know it deserves buffs, and we got some with Hit and Kill Khalifa now, which is a major reason why I want them. You know, super boss missions. But like besides these two characters, like I don't know if we're getting any more super bosses buffs this year. I mean, we could, and it'd be nice, but I kind of doubt it. I don't know. I feel like next year we could get a lot of super bosses stuff. But like at the same time, it's like, well, why should we? Why did they introduce super bosses as a category? Like, it did need to be a category, I think. Like, Z heroes, Z bosses could be a pretty good category too. But, and by the way, that's a whole other fucking thing. I hate that it's bosses and not villains. It just destroys so many of these categories. But like, why did they introduce it with Broly? Like, why did they need to do that? They really should have waited until, I don't know, maybe even if like Cell Max. I really dislike the Gamas with the Carnival LR. I feel like Cell Max should have been like, I feel like that would have helped the team at least a decent bit. I mean, it'd still be in a pretty rough spot right now, but I don't know. I feel like it was a pretty bad decision to make the Gamas, you know, the Carnival LR there. But when next year, I do think we have a lot of stuff that's starting to, even technically this year, like the Fusion Zamasu Yellow Queen LR could easy A. So, I mean, that'll be nice, but I don't anticipate it, to be honest. I could be wrong, but especially since next year we could see, like, which sounds kind of crazy, but next year we could see Vegito Blue and like Fuse Zamasu and all those characters like ECA. I do think that they could easily make another sort of future celebration and get some like tag versions of those characters in, and maybe that'll be like the saving grace for this team. But I mean, I'm talking literally like a year and a third, year and a half out. Like, it's just fucking ridiculous. This category is probably not getting any major buffs past the celebration. I don't know. I would like it, but like, well, actually, let me rephrase that. I do think it's possible, and I very like the idea of, and it's my personal sort of hope, that the sort of worldwide or, okay, hold on, I'll continue my tangent in just a moment. Let me transform Hit.
A worthy rival is what inspires evolution in a warrior's talents. Now keep on improving.
Okay, I feel like maybe I'm like just extremely confused or something. And the reason I say that is when I like look at what everyone's been saying. Everyone's been saying Worldwide got moved to where global anniversary usually is, and that's going to be the sort of global like anniversary celebration, which I do think makes sense, to be fair. But that's not what they said or implied in the video, at least from my interpretation. I mean, on the graphic they showed, it still showed the worldwide download celebration thing or whatever. You know, it said like coming soon or whatever, right? So like I don't know if they moved it or if it does like to like maybe like November to make up for not having Dragon Ball Heroes, or if it's still going to be in August, or if it actually was moved to like July and that is going to be the global celebration. Like I don't know. This year's going to be very interesting to see in terms of schedule. This is the first year in quite a while where, well, I mean, I suppose last year could have been, but they didn't really do too much with it since we were working towards a sync. But now that we are synced, they do have to work around some stuff. So it'll be very interesting to see how they go about that. But point being, I do really like the idea of the Namek sort of ROF celebration that people have been like throwing out. I do personally put my stock into that. That's what I'd want for the next major celebration of the year. We do need Daima stuff, but like if honestly, I think what they're gonna do with Daima is they did mention it's moved to Tanabata's moved to September. I originally thought we were gonna get like Antra Cell Saga stuff there, because I thought we were gonna get a new cell this year, and we did. As a fucking monthly Dokkan Fest TR, which still annoys me, especially because his design is pretty rough, at least in my opinion. But like now that he's, you know, we have him, I don't anticipate getting another one this year, right? So I mean that opens up what I thought Tanabata was going to be, and I don't foresee them making us wait all the way until 11th anniversary for the big Daima stuff. But I also really like think the Namek sort of ROF theme makes a lot of sense to me. I mean, they've been buffing the Namek stuff over the last 6, 7, 8 months, and like it's not like a real category yet. I don't know if it ever will be, to be fair, but it's not a real category, and if they're gonna try to make it one, we need new characters. And also, I mean, there's no way. I mean, I don't know if we're getting LR Kid Buu this year, but I think more of a bigger crime that really goes talked about. How does Final Form Frieza from Namek not have a single premium character? Full Power Frieza does. Several Full Power Friezas do. You know, you have the AGL one, the Strength one. Those are both LRs. You have the physical, you know, TUR. I mean, you could even say like Third Form Frieza as a banner unit, but I mean that's not premium. At least I don't really wouldn't call it premium. I really refer to premium as like the LRs and like Dokkan Fests. But like, how do we not have Final Form Frieza? Like a Dokkan Fest Final Form Frieza 10 years in? What? Like Frieza is criminally underrepresented. You know, from like that arc could have so many different variations of like Friezas and Gokus and everything. And I do think, although I am kind of worried about getting a new Kaioken Goku, Kaioken Goku is kind of underrepresented from there too. So we could, you know, seeing like you know, Kaioken Goku into Super Saiyan Goku, and then like Final Form Frieza into Full Power Frieza, and then, you know, a tag Goku Vegeta, and then like Golden Frieza for like the sort of, you know, global celebration worldwide or whatever, I think would be really hype. Okay, let me get this in real quick.
Time to skip this event so much you can't keep up anymore.
I don't know. I just have a really hard time. Like, there's no way. There's no way we don't get Final Form Frieza this year. And it's the fact that we got like Buhan and Cell both as sort of monthly TURs. It's like they can't do that to all of the major like the Z villains, surely. And the fact that we are getting more like Z stuff. I mean, I always thought this was going to be a year focused on Z. I mean, to be fair, it hasn't been entirely focused on Z. But we've gotten a significant amount of Z buffs, I do think. I do think we could see like a, Z hero, Z bosses sort of categories this year. I do think that would be pretty cool. I mean, we'll have to see, of course, but I don't know. I really think we are. Listen, I don't know what other. I mean, of course, I wasn't anticipating this sort of double Broly. I thought it was going to be movies, but I was not anticipating double Broly last year. But Dokkan usually moves pretty obviously. The only other thing I can really see, and then it's a big question about like EZAs, would be like a GT sort of Dyma mix, which would be. I mean, it could work, but I personally don't think it's going to happen. All right, let's get this one.
Time to get this advanced so much you can't keep up anymore.
Okay, there we go. That is the first two missions done. Now we just need to do Master Evolution, which should be pretty quick, I'd have to imagine. Which, by the way, we'll see tonight, but the fact that this is a double rates banner, we don't have... The only other time, I suppose I should word it like this, the only other time we have a premium character releasing on a double rates banner is the Christmas Carnival. And it's the fact that that character has always, and even like the Tanabata one, they've always had kind of, at least in my opinion, rough landing spots.
All right, let's do this.
Which would make me sort of think about... I do think potentially we could see like Gotenks return here, which would be pretty hype, pretty crazy. But I do think it's possible. And honestly, I think it's pretty likely as well, because I mean the Christmas Carnival, right? That's obviously December. I mean we're in May right now, right? So and it's like early mid. It's like mid-December, right? I think so. So roughly like 5-6 months, 7 months, whatever, in between like those characters coming back, I do think would be a pretty good sort of rotating window to get them like consistently. I mean, it would suck if you don't get the character and it's like, okay, now I have to wait God knows how long, but at least you like have a consistent idea of when. And also, like, Gotenks being on this banner would obviously be pretty good. I know, crazy thought, but Gotenks on the banner, I do think could be very good. And as well, like, I mean, you gotta think, Gotenks and Jiren released the same time for Global. If the Tanabata character returns here too, like, and I do think, I mean, they'd probably have, more than just the new character, Carnival, featured. I do think we could see 3.
It's pretty obvious you're not going to defeat him by yourself.
I don't know, I'm just really excited to see... Wait, what the fuck? Wait. Oh. Okay, I was like so confused. I didn't even like... I don't know, I was talking so much that I was like, wait, how do I have 2 Gotenks? I did not realize we played through the second rotation, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, that's crazy. Okay, well, I mean, I clicked the key, but like because I had Gogeta and Vegito, well Goku and Vegeta, I suppose, next to each other. Now I did realize that, but I just was not paying attention to the turn order for a moment there. But I don't know. I think the 2025 Dokkan looks really exciting to me. Personally, I've never like 2022 was really fun for me. I do like challenging games. Like I do throw out the example like Elden Ring. I do have some like Elden Ring content on the channel, obviously. I do need to get back to I don't know. We haven't been as good at clearing the Shadow of the Erd Tree stuff, but I do need to get back to doing that. I don't know. I really like those sort of games. Hollow Knight, Elden Ring, Dark Souls. I like a good challenge. Now I know this is a mobile game, right? And I'm not expecting that sort of tier of stuff.
Mind your own business, Kakarot.
Yeah, I get it. I've never faced someone this strong before. I'm getting excited. This energy. Could it be Vegeta? Yes! I knew it was you!
Kakarot!
But because I do enjoy those sort of types of games, genres, or whatever, there was something definitely, for me at least, really special about 2022 Dokkan, which I don't think will ever be recreated. I mean, from Red Zone Broly to Cell Max, like, in 1 year, like, you were thrown into the gauntlet. Like, you had to work for those wins. And I personally really had fun with that. I know a lot of people didn't, which, at the end of the day, I'm more concerned about, although the community's really taken a nosedive recently, at least on, like, Twitter. At the end of the day, though, I am definitely more concerned about the overall community being pleased as it can get, because obviously I do really like the game. I mean, I've been playing it for 7 years, so I really like the game. Surprise, surprise. So I would like it to do good. I would like the community to be satisfied. So I'm fine not being in those sort of metas, but I don't know. That was like a nostalgia favorite year maybe, but like this year is like already just so amazing, and it's like everyone and their fucking mom on Twitter is like, oh yeah, back in 2023, I really liked my shitty characters that got shat on in every fight. It's like, what are you yapping about? Like, I don't know. I feel like maybe they're like rage baiting or just trying to get interactions, which I suppose fair enough. Mr. Elon wants to pay them out. But like, I don't know. I feel like people don't believe what they're saying on there. There's no way. 2025 Dokkan, at least for me, I've never been having like more fun with the game. It's been really good. Okay, let me actually do both the gods and Vegito. I haven't seen either of these animations yet the last couple days, so I don't think at least.
Let's do this, Vegeta! This is a power greater than that of a Super Saiyan God!
I'm going to have fun destroying you.
Okay, now time for Vegito.
Vegeta, put this on your right ear, please! Vegeta!
Give it to me now. This is what I'm supposed to do, right?
Yep, thanks, Vegeta.
Okay, and obviously we're just in for GTs. I mean, this event isn't too hard, like I said in the beginning, but I won't exactly complain about getting some. I mean, it's 15 free stones, and then we get the equips. And that is another thing, like, that really, really makes me think we have to be getting 2 premium, like, big Friezas this year. I mean, we already got, I don't like the character, but we already got the Frieza Goku character, which is not from the Tournament of Power. I don't care, that's not from the Tournament of Power. I mean, we already have them. So, I find it weird that, you know, you gotta think, in 2021, we had Full Power Frieza. In 2022, we had Golden Frieza. In 2023, we did not have a single new Frieza release. In 2024, we had Pod Frieza, which was a failure. So, the last big thing that Frieza has had in this game, if you really think about it, was Golden Frieza 3 years ago. And you'll notice, if you're catching on to my drift here, there's another character who went, although for longer, went pretty disregarded, neglected by Dokkan, and then got spammed last year. Broly. And it's the fact that we have this event that gives only Friezas premium equips, and we're not getting Friezas? That makes me have to consider, I mean, what's the point of the equips? And, I mean, to me, it just seems pretty obvious that, I mean, also, real quick, the 10th anniversary of the global release of Resurrection F is in summer. And like, they do like to pay attention to those sort of anniversaries. I don't know, just everything, like, makes perfect sense to me. Now, I don't want to overhype myself too much, and then it's like, oh yeah, it's another movie celebration or something. And then we just get, like, you know, Gohan and Bojack and, you know, something else. I don't know. I really like the idea, so I mean, we'll have to see what happens. But it's so hyped to me. I also want to actually get Gogeta in here. We can finish off with Gogeta and Vegeta next to each other. Okay, and now we can get our sort of special animations in. Might as well play all these actives.
This is the greatest fusion of all! I'm gonna send you back to hell!
Okay, now let me do Go Tanks. Oh, that's literally perfect. Now we can get the Vegito KO. Let's go. I really like this.
Witness the power of the Patara! I won't hold back!
Such a dope KO screen. They really cooked with KO screens during 10th anniversary, I will say that. Okay, but there we go. That is all of the sort of new missions for Fighting Legend Frieza finished. I do need to clear some of the, like, red zone missions and such, but I think I might actually get around to clearing finally I suppose I should say, clearing the Supreme Magnificent Battle stages first. I definitely need to get back into finishing all the 10th anniversary content. And also, like, I mean, it's only 2 stages. And I'll just do, like, special category missions for the clear. No reason to, do it, like, 2 more times than necessary. Yeah, I mean, the missions have already been sitting there forever, right? But there we go. I mean, we get a nice, easy 15 stones. And like I said, I mean, these equips are only for Frieza. It's like, look, I have 4 of these. I think I do have some of these on Frieza, so I only have 1 of those. And I don't know, it's just, these are pretty, like, a level 7 raw defense. If you don't already have, like, a special equip for the character, like a specific special equip for them, I mean, that's pretty good. At least I think so. So, I do like my raw stats on characters. So, I don't know, maybe I'll make, like, a separate video, actually, at some point, maybe, like, tomorrow or something. I don't know, we'll have to see. I might try and gather some stuff up. Like, even, like, sort of, like, the EDA roadmaps and stuff. I don't know, I'm genuinely really excited about it, but I don't want to set my expectations or anyone else's too high and then it doesn't happen. And, that'd definitely be very disappointing. You should never lock too hard onto a theme. But, I mean, there we go. I do have 254 stones now. I do want to try and get a nice solid 300 before I do my summons on the banners tonight. So I'm going to work on doing a couple more events. So we'll see. I mean, it is a double rates banner, and with the 21 tickets, like, we could be in business, but we'll have to find out. But we'll end this here. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Take care.